provincial towns spontaneously mention sushi and other Japanese meals. Many of them know Japanese food quite well, and more than 20 different kinds of food and beverage have been mentioned, including, for example, teriyaki, katsudon, and so and so. In France, as in many other countries probably, the food is a significant element of the image of foreign countries. The countries that used to be antagonists to France during history still have a bad reputation for food. English people eat overboiled meat and greasy plum pudding. German food is all sausage, cabbage, and potatoes, and so is Russian food. And America and the United States invented the unhealthy food, fast food, and so. Please read this important notice for the sake of political correctness. To the contrary, the food of countries associated with holidays, fun, exoticism, or ancient civilization enjoy a favorable reputation, like Italian food, Italian food, Spanish food, Chinese food, Arabian food. The consumption of such food is often associated with pleasurable experience, like taking a break with friends in a casual restaurant. And obviously, Japan has joined the club. It is now perceived as a friendly, sympathetic country. The sixth work of the second survey also revealed that despite the enduring strength of the stereotype, Japan is primarily associated with pop culture. This is not surprising as far as manga readers are concerned, but the association is also very strong among the non-readers. Japan is now perceived primarily as the producer of a rich and diversified pop culture, not only manga, anime, and video game, but also G-music, fashion, and even TV dramas. The old stereotypes like cherry blossom or samurai are rooted in the collective imaginary of the Westerners since more than a century. As a result, the signifié of these stereotypes in the mind of people who evoke them is quite clear, but for a newcomer like manga, we don't know what feelings, what images, and what values does manga call to the mind of the respondent who mentioned. In order to answer this question, we asked to respondents, readers and non-readers alike, to write the first 6 words that come spontaneously to their mind when thinking of manga, and here are the results for a significant part of the French sample. At least we find the image of cool Japan. Manga, words associated with manga are fun, new, distressant, no stress, and so and so. That's cool. This image is a combination of fun, entertainment, relaxation, freedom, novelty, and other pleasant feelings. Furthermore, only the readers found Japan cool. Here at last, manga reading makes a very strong difference. Other components of the image in the mind of the manga readers are human life, human link, love, friendship, mutual aid, and so and so. This is also almost absent among the non-readers, and a lot of positive qualifiers like beautiful, enriching, creative, and so on. Second point is that the manga is highly emotional in the eyes of the fans. For them, manga is exciting, is enthralling, it makes adrenaline rushes, tear flows, and it evokes a lot of laughter and so on. Whereas the non-readers turn a cold shoulder to it. The negative image of manga in France, and I think in all the Western world, what I call the common prejudice against manga, is a mix of sex, violence, and nonsense, absurdity. That's the three main reproaches against the manga, especially in France. And this common prejudice mixed, as you see, is present among the manga reader, but it's not a prejudice here, and it's predominant in the eyes of non-readers. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The common prejudice mix is significantly more prominent among the non-readers and among the readers, and furthermore, when speaking about sex and so, the non-readers use mostly negative, very negative words, but the readers use neutral words. For example, when speaking about fan service, sex, then readers say les garçons, les filles, that means boys and girls, not completely devoid, of course, of sexual connotation, but more or less neutral, whereas the readers say pornography. When speaking about fight, the non-readers say violence, and the readers often say baston. Baston is a kind of scuffle among young people, which is more or less ritualistic, and usually ends with no more than a few black eggs. So, the common prejudice mix is clearly pejorative in the mind of the non-readers, but not at all in the eyes of the reader. For the readers, there is no shame at all in sex, in booty fights, and nonsensical stories. So, we can conclude that there is a strong divide between readers and non-readers. More than 70% of the non-readers have a negative opinion about manga, whereas the readers make no reservation at all. In other terms, the three traditional stereotypes common to both readers and non-readers have been completed by a fourth stratum of pop culture. And it can be said that this fourth stratum is predominant in the image of Japan among the Western youth in general. And this new stratum evokes very positive feelings among the readers, but is largely negative among the non-readers. And here there is a real difference. So, at least soft power, maybe. Here is the Cool Japan, and Cool Japan is a very attractive mix: fun, pleasure, excitation, emotion, humanly. And so, and reading manga does make a difference. Let's finish this presentation with three more fragmentary observations about some revealing points. First, manga readers, that's also a common prejudice, are supposed to be non-educated or lowly educated people. That's not true at all. In the sample from Japan Expo 2011, the percentage of people over 18 years which hold the baccalaureate, the diploma for ending the second degree education, is more than 3/4, when French average is only 2/3. And as for the tertiary education, the level is average. And also, manga readers seem a little bit more interested by real Japan, Japanese society, Japanese values, and so and so. This still requires more to be confirmed, but I think already we have a rather strong indication. And the last observation is that manga readers receive manga on their own terms. That's what I wrote in my chapter in Nissim's book. The manga readers decode their favorite reading materials and encode it again according to their own culture, values, and experience. During my research, I made some interviews with students of my manga course at Sciences Po. And during these interviews, I encountered very different kinds of people. Part of my students is from affluent family, white people, and they have a solid classical cultural background. But other ones have entered Sciences Po through the affirmative action track. They come from black or North African families, immigrant families. They have been raised in destitute and often violent suburbs. And their parents have jobs like garbage collectors, cleaning ladies, and office workers. However, they entered Sciences Po through the affirmative action track. The students from the affluent category love manga for cultural reasons. The graphics, the complexity of narrative in comparison to the short story of the French comics, and out of interest for either Asia or Japan. But the students from underprivileged category love manga for highly emotional, personal reasons. One boy was family immigrated from Morocco and who started reading manga at 12 said to me, "In my life, I encountered a great lot of hardships. But each time I said to myself, my favorite manga hero always overcome all the trials, and I will do the same. I will do the same thing." This way of thinking encouraged me all the way up to Sciences Po. Manga helped me a lot. It is very important for my life. And a black girl whose father was a garbage cleaner and who started reading manga at 11 said to me, "Manga reading provided me, for the first time in my life, a kind of distinction. At the school, I was the one who was able to read from left to right. Even my teachers were surprised." In my school, the manga fans were a small community. We exchanged manga series among ourselves, we talked about them, and our comrades were a little bit envious. It comforted me. It gave self-esteem to me. I think these face-to-face interviews are extremely revealing, and my intention is to pursue them. So, we can say, if only through the interviews, that manga do have some power, but the problem of any soft power is, soft power does exist, but who gets the power? That's the real question. The emitter or the receiver? Japan's Prime Minister who push the expansion of manga abroad, or the Japan Expo funds? That's of course a question. Last but not least, we at the Manga Network think that our database is a significant addition to the research about the soft power of the popular culture. So we have decided to put our data online for everybody to use them. As soon as we finish the analysis that we are presently conducting. It will take time, since at present we have analyzed less than 10% of all the data and variables. But right now, we are willing to share data with a university or research center that could help us with the digitization and the organization of workshops or seminars devoted to analyzing them. And of course, we are willing to discuss our work with any academic who would like to look at the problem of soft power by using hard data rather than from a purely conceptual and abstract point of view. Thank you very much.